Hello YouTube, welcome back to Real Life Perspective. It's your girl Nasra Hassan back again in another episode. Today we are going to talk about why men get used and dumped in relationship. We are so much used to that. It's women who are used by men then gets dumped later on. But today we are going to see how it can sometimes be the opposite. Yes, men also can be used and dumped by women. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do click the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell so that you get notified each time we upload educative content. Do not go anywhere because we'll be right back. Hello, welcome back. Without further ado, let's dive into today's conversation. Why sometimes men get used by women that they are attracted to. Of course, there are some men who are not serious about relationships. I'm talking about some men who are really ready for relationship, but however much they try hard to build a serious relationship, they always end up being used and dumped. And of course, the way how the men can be used and dumped, it is different, because the way women are usually used is through sex. They have sex with them, then they leave them. However, for men, they are used by women in different ways, and which I'm going to talk about in today's conversation. Let's talk about, first of all, the reasons why men are used and dumped. There might be so many reasons, but I'm going to only talk about the core reasons. Reason number one, you give too much too soon. Most especially, this is a kind of trap to a kind man. There are some men who are kind that you will just meet this person, all of a sudden you want them to meet your parents, you want to start providing bills to their parents, to their siblings. You haven't known this person fully. Yes, sometimes when you are kind, you just feel like you want to help. When you love a woman, you want to help her. Let's say if she is still at university, you want to pay her tuition, because your nature as a person, you are just kind, and maybe you want to impress her more, so you are making too much effort. Of course, I don't refuse that men should be providers, and yes, that is your role as a man to provide, but that is too much too soon. You are just still at this stage where you are just supposed to befriend her. Don't pay her tuition when you've just met. If you are a kind person and you want to help, it is okay. There are some people who just want to help, and it is something that you can do for anyone. You can do it even for your neighbors, you can do it even for your friends. It is okay. But in this scenario, a woman whom you want to date and you are looking for a serious relationship, don't do so much. Don't meet her and start paying her tuition, paying her rent, paying just all of a sudden. No, first take your time, calm down. Reason number two, all your speeches are related to money. All your conversations are, it is all about what you own, what you earn, what you have. And of course, as ladies, we'll be listening. By the time we meet you, we want to hear from you. We want to hear what you talk about. And what you talk about will be the reason as to why we are going to be impressed by you. So as you are talking, she might not tell you anything, but she is listening and she is taking note. She is getting to know which type of person you are and where she is going to place you. Reason number three, and I know this is hard for men, you cannot hold on to sex as men. I know it's hard. You are like, how can I just date someone without? It even affects you spiritually, emotionally. It creates a sense of biasness in terms of how you think about this woman. Even if she was not maybe the type of woman you will be with, but the sex has already disorganized you. You cannot make right choices. You cannot make reasonable decision when it comes to this relationship with this woman that you've had sex with. You are already biased. You cannot think rationally about it. So it means you need first to take time to get to know her better. Of course, sex will come. If there is emotional and spiritual compatibility, eventually sex will happen, but let it happen naturally. Don't force things. Don't interrupt the process. Take step by step. I know it might be hard, but this is what you have to do if you really need a serious relationship. First, take your time. You know, sometimes you will be wondering why you do not really attract the right women, but you attract women based on the things that you use to impress them. So many men want to use material things to impress women, and exactly those are the things they will be attracted to. When you've just come to a woman and the first thing you're just talking about is just the money, it is like for you, money is what makes you stand as a person, and it really matters that it is the one that you use to identify yourself. Yet in this scenario, the woman wants to get to know who you are as a person. You need to let her get to know you as individual besides those other things. If you use the body to impress the woman, exactly, she will be attracted to your body, especially the ones who usually go to the gym. It is okay because it's good for your overall health, but it shouldn't be something that you are using to impress a woman. And you can feel, you can sense, sometimes however much you try to pretend, but the thing that you use to impress a woman is exactly what she'll be attracted to, and not you as a person. What you need to impress a woman with, use your standards, because your standards is what makes you who you are. It's what makes you stand as a person, leave alone all these other things that you are using to impress her. Your values, it will shape how she will treat you. Show her what you are made of as a person. You are not made of your body or your looks. It is good to present well, most especially when you are in the society. You have to be clean, and that is for you. It is not something that you should use for a woman to be attracted to you. One thing you have to remember is that we are human beings. We are not human doings. There is a big difference between being and doing. You as a person are a being. However, we tend to attach our identity based on the things that we have and the things that we do. Let's say the positions, the material things that we own. We've formed our identity based on our doings, the things we do, and our havings. And it makes it hard to get people who love us for who we are. I hope this makes sense. This is the reason as to why we keep wondering why unconditional love does not exist. The other thing about letting people or allowing people to love us for who we are, you've seen some marriages where a spouse unfortunately will get an accident, but the accident can never even shake a relationship because their relationship was based on their values, the person who they are. Your leg can still go away, but this person will still love you because they didn't love your body. You get? Unlike when you keep impressing the person with your body, they will love your body. What if you get an accident? Your leg goes away. It means this relationship or this marriage is going to get a problem because the part of your body is no more. What are they going to do? Already we've compromised the sense of unconditional love. It means it's going to be hard. And these are some of the challenges that men get. Okay, even women, but I'm focusing on men in this today's video. Because some men are like, however much I try to be serious, I don't get serious relationship. These are the reasons. It is the thing to use to impress those women. So it means make sure you impress a woman based on who you are, your values. First, get to know yourself better. And when you get to know yourself better, you are going to know what your values are, and those are the things you are going to be selling to women. And this will help you not to be used and dumped as usual. This even brings in the question, what you bring to the table. Because this is a common question. What do you bring to the table? And most especially when this question is asked to either a man or a woman, especially in relationship, what you bring to the table is not the money that you bring to the table. Because the perception of majority of the people, what a woman should bring to the table is their private part, and what a man should bring to the table is the money. I think it's beyond that. What you should bring to the table are your values. What you bring to the table should not be only the material things. Because yes, when you bring the material things, I will use them, then I get the person who can bring the other things that are beyond that to the table. What you bring to the table should be your personality. What is that about your personality that inspires me to be a better version of myself? That is what you should bring to the table as a person. Of course, it does not mean that relationship can never end. Relationship can still end, but respect can still remain. And to have that kind of relationship where respect and trust are there, it has to be built based on values. These are the things that build a strong and solid relationship. The type of relationship where a woman can still give birth and gain a lot of weight, but they will still stand with one another because the relationship was not built based on superficial things, the body, the looks. The foundation of that relationship is beyond that. Life's challenges will still happen and the relationship will still be solid. And this is based on what people bring to the table in relationship. All in all, the reason as to why men you are taken advantage of in relationships is because of these things. What you bring to the table, is not the usual things that you know. It is not always about taking them to the nice restaurant. That is superficial. I've really had complaint from men. They be like, you women, you eat our money, then you dump us. They eat your money because that is what you bring to the table. But if what you could bring to the table could be beyond the money, of course, there are some women who are also complicated, but once you have your standards as a man, you can still detect the right person. You can still attract a woman who will love you for your personality, who will use who they are to build you as a person, to help you to become a better version of yourself. Because there's so much that you can put on the table. Those are the things that you should really look at. Everything in this life is vanity. But one thing that can never be taken away is who you are. They can take your clothes, they can take your money, they can take your houses, but never allow someone to take who you are. I hope this video has made sense to most of you men who complain that women are complicated or women are materialistic. I hope this video has answered some of your questions. And if yes, kindly leave your comment in the comment section below. And do not forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos so that you can support my YouTube channel, but also so that these videos can help some other people out there. You never know who needs to hear this information. From real life perspective, we can't wait to see you in the next episode. Until then, it's a wrap. My name is Nasra Hassan. Bye and stay blessed.